Hello, and welcome to Ad-lib Heroes. My name is Joey, and I can explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. At our table today, we have...
Hi, I'm TJ, and I play Kirith Odell.
Hi, I'm Bev, and I play Olivia Fortier.
I'm Riley, I play Grimlock Sea Spray.
Now let's get back to the action. Previously on Ad-lib Heroes, Olivia, Grimlock, and Kirith are attempting to steal the blue hammer from Stohn the Bugbear chief in the lands of Garkok the Cruel. They have found where he is hiding the hammer and are now attempting to take it without him noticing. So you have gone to the top of the valley where the Bugbear encampment is. If you remember, there is at the base of this valley, 10 minutes walk from the entrance of the valley. There is a wooden spiked palisade facing outwards. There is a gate facing the road you guys enter, and then a gate at the far side, but no other gates in the palisade. There are several leather and bone tents that the bugbears live in, and Stohn's tent in the center of the encampment is where the blue hammer is hidden. You have gone up to the top, and you are setting up camp to throw off suspicion.
Perfect. So, Nalia and Grimlock and Vari, you guys will set up the tent, and Kirith and I will go look for some firewood.
Sure.
Okay. I'll... Just being me, and as suspicious as I am, and also the area we're in, and have what Nalia has told us about bugbears, I will be very careful about where we decide to stop and cast our magics.
Roll me a perception check.
Yep. 17.
So as Olivia and Kirith head through the woods, you see climbing the side of the valley so that they will be able to approach the road from the back. There are a couple of bugbears working their way up.
Okay, but not within...
They won't be able to hear you. You're able to move out of their eye lines.
Okay, they're coming up now.
Okay.
If we're gonna do this, it's now.
Okay. I'll pull out my pan flutes, and I will wait because you'll need to... You can't do anything, so you need to be a mouse before I cast it.
Okay.
You can't make an attack or cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this isn't a spell, so it's kind of just happening at the same time. I concentrate on my totem, and some of the rodent fur kind of sheds off of it and onto me as I shrink down, and at the same time you're playing your thing, and before I become a full mouse,
Yeah.
I'm invisible.
And then I will just take my copper ring and cast message and just whisper, Kirith, are you all good? Into your head. I don't know if you can he respond back if he's a mouse?
Yes, because it's
Telepathic.
telepathic.
Yeah, I can't actually speak and form words, but... Yeah.
Okay. Great. So now to keep it, I'll keep playing as I'm walking, and I'll just say into my ring, okay, I'll head back to camp, and in about 10 minutes, I'll go to the front gates for some inane reason.
All right, make sure you pick up some actual sticks, huh?
Oh, okay. I toot on my little tooter and just randomly pick up some sticks and stuff.
All right.
Do you want me to roll survival to see how good I do?
No, you're able to find sticks in this heavy forest.
I don't know. I'm not that good at survival.
I'd
Come back with a bundle of rocks.
Okay, roll it.
11.
11. Okay, you found sticks.
Great.
She really wanted to roll survival.
What a high tale of adventure.
Did I actually ever write down mouse form? No, just giant rat.
Giant rat is close enough. The stats are not going to be that different.
Mouse has like a specific racial bonus on stealth.
Here, let me hand you this book.
Thank you.
In the meantime,
Yes.
have either of you actually set up a tent before?
Nalia shakes her head, and Vari goes, Vari sets up tents every day.
So that's a no? Okay. Vari, can I get you to grab some firewood, please?
Okay. So he goes and he comes back, and he's holding out a single stick in his hand.
Okay. Vari, if you could just, like, make sure that stick stays right over there. Just keep it there.
Okay.
That'd be perfect.
So he puts it down.
No, you gotta hold on to it, but, like, keep it over there, too.
Like in the ground?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can hold it there.
So he holds it in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. That's perfect.
And Nalia says, do you need help with the tent?
Yeah, if you could, like, hold things up. As
Well, like it's basically we're building a triangle and stretching cloth over it.
Yeah, just usually the addition of more people isn't helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, but one extra person is perfect. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, again, she's very good at following your instructions on setting up the tent.
Cool.
Olivia, you come back and Vari is staring at a stick he's holding into the ground.
Gathering wood is harder than some people think.
You've got 2 sticks. And you can see some eyes staring from in the trees, watching you set up your camp.
I will go. I'll sit farther away and again, using my message spell, whisper to Grimlock and just say, some bugbears were following us and they are north from the camp. I'll tell him what direction they are. Try to not look directly at them.
So are you communicating that to me?
Yeah, I say it. I use the copper ring, the message spell that I have, where I can talk into your head.
I'm gonna call out to them. Hello, neighbors. Do you guys have some firewood we could borrow?
I guess I was wrong.
So you yell out to where those eyes are, and one of them comes forward and says, we need to see your papers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I pulled them out.
Do you have a camping permit?
Well, Stohn told us that we could camp out here.
And so show me the camping permit he gave you.
He didn't give us a permit.
Oh, he did say that we should give you this. I pull out 5 copper.
Yeah, you got it. That's the permit we need.
Thank you. Should we be getting a paper from you?
Yeah, let me, so he like pulls, he's like looking around, he's like, turns to the other one, but so he goes over and he grabs a tree and pulls off some bark and says, you don't have a campfire yet.
I pull out, I have a scholar's kit, which comes with
Okay.
a quill and some ink and...
So he takes it and he starts scratching on it and looks at you and he just hands you a mess of scribbles. You've seen what happens when a 3-year-old writes you a note? Mm-hmm. Hands you that, hands you the pen. Here's your camping permit.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. What should I call you?
My name is Bosch.
Oh, Bosch, like it says at the bottom here.
Yeah, that's where I signed my name.
Yep.
I didn't know you read gobbledygook.
Do a little bit here and there. I'm learning.
Oh, okay.
Bosch. It was nice to meet you, and I will let anyone else know that Ranger Bosch has given us our camping permit.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, well, I'm going to go look for illegal campers.
Oh, Bosch.
Park Ranger Bosch.
If we needed food or anything, can we go back and maybe buy it from the gates?
Oh, I could sell you some food. Well, what are you looking for?
Well, we got to get this finished up first. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could bring you something up if you want to buy it.
Well, we might go shop.
What do you like? Do you like fish? Do you like pies? Probably don't like babies.
I don't want to keep you from your duties. You should check and see if there's any.
Oh no, it's no problem. It's no problem. Bosch is a very good cook.
Oh.
Come to think of it, we didn't bring our eating permits either. We have to go and get those.
Eating permits?
Yeah. Oh, you don't have one? You're gonna have to get one.
So he turns to the other one and he's like, Hobbedur bear, gabbe? What's up? Gata, man. Bitch band. Ga nom human dabado. Yeah. Sorry. Because we are bugbears, we don't need eating permits, so I don't need it, but you guys do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different because we are citizens.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay, well, thank you, Bosch.
Yeah. So he heads off.
Vari, what was he saying?
He says to his friend, "What the fuck is an eating permit? Did the hobgoblins say we have to have eating permits? Then nobody told me about an eating permit. Oh, maybe it's just for gnomes and humans. Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, they make them paid, not us."
Oh, okay. Thank you, Vari.
If he asked me for it, I was gonna show him a recipe because I don't think he can read common.
I don't think he can read.
Yeah, was that even like? Was that gobbly? That wasn't gobbly, right?
So Vari's like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't read."
Did it look like gobbly?
Sure.
I don't know if Gobbly has a written language.
I open our papers.
It's a good question.
What languages do you read?
Common, Draconic, Elven.
They are Draconic letters.
Oh.
But as you look at them phonetically, they are Goblin language. So they are using Draconic to phonetically spell out in Gobbly.
I try to say a word just like...
Yeah, I mean, it's sounding out a word in a foreign language, so...
I look at Vari. He doesn't seem to recognize...
Yeah, he doesn't seem to recognize it.
Okay.
You just sound racist. It's weird.
Murky buckets.
Murky buckets.
Copes.
Donkey shine.
So, Kirith, you are an invisible mouse.
Yes.
I see you like skittering downhill, almost sliding, like it's picking up more speed than you intended as you rush down.
Oh god, this is. But I gotta hurry. I only have an hour. Mice aren't that fast.
Although I do not see bugbears paying any attention to rodents in their camp.
Yeah. So even if the spell wears off, like when I, if interacting with the trapdoor is a thing, fine.
Yeah. So as you head to the center of the camp, when you get back to Stohn's tent, when you head inside, there are now 4 bugbears in there apart from Stohn. They are laughing uproariously, clinking their glasses together, and
in the main
area.
Perfect. I assume they're speaking to each other in Gobbly.
Yes.
Okay, no point in even spying on them. Moving right along.
All right. So you head under the walls of the tent, through the side room that looks like some kind of dining area, almost dining/sitting room, and then into his bedroom.
Yep.
So if you remember, there is his pile of furs.
Yep.
There is a obvious chest.
Yep.
And then there is the corner that has
a rope that looks like it's part of the tent.
Yes.
And it's hooked into something on the floor.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And I'm clearly not able to do anything as a mouse for this, so I... Yeah, just keep my ears peeled and like I'll go and double check and make sure no one's in this little hallway
Right.
coming back and forth, and then I'll go and like, okay, got to do this fast. Try to remember the exact all the motions that he went through, and
So you can roll either a intelligence or a dexterity check. You don't have thieves' tools as a proficiency.
I do have thieves' tools because
Okay.
I have urchin background.
Right. Okay. So yes, you can use that because this type of device is
Cool. I'll try that.
okay.
And I do have thieves' tools that I got off the orc shaman way back when.
You don't need them because you've seen how he does it without
Oh.
the tools. It's understanding thieves' tools means you understand how these
this-
sorts of mechanisms work.
Cool. That's really cool too. I got a 21.
21. Okay. So yeah, as you unhook it, you realize that this is attached to basically a crossbow pointed here, and so you're releasing the counterweight so that you can now move the floorboard.
Okay. And you said there was the hammer.
Yeah. There are several red gems. There are a bunch of coins, and there are 3 potions.
A pouch of coins or just like a pile of
Just
coins?
a pile of coins.
Okay, I'm going to leave those because that seems like it's a hassle. But red gems?
Yeah.
How many?
3 red gems. And then 4 glass vials.
4 times potions from bugbears. And the hammer.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Am I still invisible?
You are still invisible.
Great. Hold on. Just want to write all those things down first. And stealth with advantage. 15.
15? Okay. So you hear one of the bugbears heading this way.
Do I manage to get everything in my bag?
Yeah, you've
Okay.
got everything in your
I
bag.
sling it and turn back into a mouse.
Okay, so you're leaving the floor open.
Ooh.
So here's the
Yeah.
consequences of your choice. If you want to take a second longer to hide that you've been in here,
Right.
that would normally give you disadvantage on stealth to escape, but because you're invisible, you're
It's just
giving
gonna
up
be-
advantage. So are you
Right.
going to give up advantage?
I'll take the risk of getting like if I leave it open, they know someone's been in
Yeah.
here regardless.
Well, you don't have time to also reset. Well, you could. So putting it back means you can try and stealth out of here with advantage. If you want to stay to reset the trap, you'll have to stay in the room with just your regular stealth roll.
Okay. I'll put it back,
Yeah.
and if the bugbear comes in the room, I'll just shift into a mouse and try to get out
Yeah.
after putting the floorboard back.
Okay.
If they're just walking by, I'll take the time to rehook it, but
Okay. So roll your stealth check as you put the board back in place.
okay. Ah, 12.
12. So just as you are putting the board back in place, the curtain comes open and Stohn looks around the room and heads inside, and for a second he looks right at you, and your heart jumps into your throat, and then you remember you're still invisible, and he passes by and he heads over to the bed and he pulls something out of the furs,
Okay.
and he sits down on the bed and starts and he's looking at a little silver mirror he's pulled out of the furs.
He's taking a minute.
I'll let you think about it, and we'll go back to
Okay.
the other group. So you guys have gotten rid of Bosch and his partner. So are you pretending to be in camp? Are you going back down to the...
I think we're going to the front gates.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nellie says, "Do you want me to stay here and watch this thing?"
Yeah.
I mean, if you want him with you, you can take him. And well, should I stay here alone then? I don't know.
Do you feel safe staying here alone?
I mean, if things go badly, I will teleport away and rush down to you guys.
I didn't know that you could teleport.
All Eladrin can. It's like you can eat potatoes without throwing up.
It's true. We do have wonderful gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for the less gifted, but
She looks over at Vari and chuckles.
yes, it was Vari I was referring to.
So I can stay here with Vari, or we can come down with you guys.
I think we're probably okay. What do you think?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can head down there and distract a.
Okay. So the two of you head back down towards the gate, and there are some new bugbears sitting on there, not the ones that were there when you originally passed through. And one of them says, "You got some papers?"
Yeah, we do. I show them.
Okay.
We've already.
So yeah, he looks at them and and hands them back.
We were hoping to buy some food somewhere.
Oh, okay. What do you need? I can help you out. I can sell you some food.
Wait.
It's concerning that everyone feels capable of selling us food.
Yeah, it's just not that way.
Oh, what were you expecting?
Usually we get, well, where we're from, you get like pointed to a store.
Oh, we don't have stores.
But do you have like someone who exclusively sells food?
No, everybody goes and gets their own food.
That makes more sense.
You
Okay.
like rabbits?
I mean, no quartermaster.
What are we, hobgoblins?
I do like rabbits. I don't want to eat them though.
They're really good. Crunchy.
He's right, you know.
You're not even here.
He's playing the other bugbear. For a second, you're like, is that Kirith or a bugbear? Huh.
Smell about the same.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't need stores.
Okay.
What do you guys do for fun?
Drink.
Oh, I know some good drinking songs.
Okay. But do you have something to drink?
Oh, I could sing, and if you like it, you could pay me in some drink.
Stohn decides who gets to drink.
Oh. If you're entertaining to Stohn, does that mean good things for you?
Usually, yeah.
Well,
But we have to work. We're the wall guards.
you should send someone to Stohn and see if we can get permission to get some liquor out at our camp.
Oh, okay.
Here. Just gonna bribe people all the time. Seems to be working. I hand him 20 copper.
Okay, and you're how much? So you want something to drink for your camp?
Yeah.
I'll go see if Stohn will give you some.
Okay.
So he grabs it and he heads off after saying something to the other guy in Gobbly. Da ba da ba ba. So.
Okay. I'll just be kind of loud and obnoxious at the gate. I'll just like.
So roll me a performance check.
Should be okay at this. 12.
12. So you're kind of like talking loud, telling some jokes, playing a little bit of music,
Yeah.
making sure that any hobgoblins that are nearby any bugbears nearby are kind of paying attention to you. it's a little tough when you're not sure kind of
what they like.
And what their tastes are.
Yeah.
They seem to like really dirty jokes, but
I probably spent too long like playing different music that is like jaunty drinking songs that would do well like in dwarven fortress type areas.
And then eventually the first guard that left comes back and he reaches in and he pulls out a couple of wine skins and hands them to you.
Stohn said this was okay?
Yep. And he looks away quickly. But other people will get jealous if they find out you had it, so don't tell everybody.
Oh. Okay. Do we need a permit?
Nah. No. He realizes he answered too slow when he looks at
You didn't ask Stohn, did you?
Of course I did. I'm a loyal member of this tribe. But don't go advertising. It's hard to get some of the alcohol.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you then. I like hand him or like give him some back.
Some of the
Some of the alcohol.
So he takes a quick swig and coughs and hands it to you.
Yes, thank you for this. What time do you guys get off? I'm just trying to like.
When Stohn sends someone else.
Oh. Anywhere cool inside the Palisades that we should go?
I mean, there's the goblin baiting pit.
Oh, where's that?
So you head there, and then when you get to the deer head on a stick, you turn to the left. You need to go down the little stairs past the place that kind of smells like sulfur, and then there's a hole in the ground, and we put a goblin in the bottom, and we throw rocks at him.
Interesting.
Sounds like a good time.
You could put your goblin down there. Vari hides behind Nalia, and Nalia's kind of looks like she's ready to kick him out and throw him into the goblin baiting pit.
We'll have to see. Maybe if we drink enough.
Yeah, it's good for you. It'll put some hair on your back.
Oh, good. Exactly what I'm looking for. Cool. We're free to like come in and out, right?
Sure.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Right. We should continue on.
Okay.
Big obnoxious wink. See you later.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for the thing we're not talking about.
Don't say that so loud.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, back in Stohn's cave, Stohn says into the mirror, and now he is not speaking in Gobbly. What languages does Kirith speak?
Elven, Common, and Druidic.
Okay, he is not speaking in any of those.
Okay.
So
Great.
he's looking into the mirror and he goes, Apato, Patsiva Vavada, Hotsoran, Visoto, Jenny Bagobons, Papopa, Orivia, Kirith, Grimlock, Nalia, Vari. Zapato? And then you hear this heavy, growling voice answer. Omna Zopoto Rodkaban.
Okay.
Ozoa. Ono. Debo Nalia. What do you do, Kirith?
I am going to go on the assumption that this is the worst case scenario, and he is reporting that we are spies, probably for Jenny, to Garkrok the Cruel. I have no evidence for that, but Kirith is paranoid, so it's time to turn into a mouse and leave.
Okay. So this takes one more stealth check to get out of the room, because
Okay.
you either have to crawl under the wall or through the curtain, and you're hoping not to be noticed.
Okay.
But you do have advantage on this.
Great. So 17.
17. Okay. So as you are heading out, you hear Atsaldo Vadoro from the deep voice on the other side of the mirror. And you watch Stohn put down the mirror, and he goes and he checks the main curtain and he looks out. And he kind of patrols the room quickly, and then he comes back and says, Motsoba Dipodo. And sits back down and is talking to the mirror again.
I don't understand anything, so there's no point in me sticking around.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. So you go rushing out of there. You see everyone else walking back up the hill together.
Mm-hmm. And I, try to catch up with them and, get back to camp as quickly as possible. Cool. Once they're back, I'll just still invisible.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Oh.
Turn back into a human or into an elf and we gotta go now. He was talking to someone through a mirror that's Stohn in his room. I've got the thing. But I didn't understand the language, but he said Jenny and he said our names. We already know that he's suspicious of us and he works for the hobgoblin guy. So might be just reporting us to that. It might be too dangerous to go through customs at this point, but maybe stick to the road for now.
Nalia, you said you could teleport. Can you teleport with somebody else?
No, and it's only 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's good for getting away from hobgoblins who surround you, but I can't get us home.
Well, if we can get around those gates, the River King liked you and didn't seem to like the hobgoblins as he smashed their docks and boats and stuff. So
I could play the song.
Yeah.
His song.
Once we get there, we're scot-free. For now, real quick, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on all of us, and let's mosey.
Oh, you want Vari's shortcut?
Maybe once we get a little closer to the gates.
Okay.
This is Grimlock Sea Spray. I'd like to thank Belrugath, our contributing artist. Check them out on their Bandcamp, Spotify, or your favorite streaming service.
Hey all, Olivia here. If you're enjoying this story as much as I am, you can hear more from Joey. Check out Amazon for his series, Truth of the Empire. 2 books are out now, True Son of the Empire and True Sword of the Empire.
Hey everybody, Cherry Boots here. Remember to rate and subscribe to this podcast so more people can find Ad-lib heroes. Or maybe Reginald and I will find you.
So you start heading along the road, going.
Try to get away from camp without them.
Do you strike camp or do you leave the tent behind?
Leaving the tent behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even leave the campfire burning, everything. Just
So when you have been heading down the road for about 45 minutes.
I actually I'm going to take 50 copper and spread it all around the camp so that they have
take
to
an extra minute to pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have been traveling for about 45 minutes, kind of, I assume, forced march, half jogging down this road through the trees. Distantly behind you, you hear some hunting horns.
That's for us, I think.
Sure is.
So I don't know if all of you have played with this, but I would like to do this as a skill challenge.
Yeah.
So the way this works is you need 5 successes to get out of here. If you end up with 3 failures, it means that the hobgoblins are going to catch up. I believe that your distraction, your pass without trace, and the scattering of 50 gold, all of those are going to give you one roll with advantage that anyone can take.
Cool.
So we can either roll initiative or you can decide who wants to go first. But you cannot use the same skill you used last time or the skill the person who went before you used.
Okay.
So who would like to go? And the skills I'm going to pitch as the ones that make the most sense to me are athletics and survival. There are other skills that I will accept, and you can make a case for other skills. I see athletics as just boogieing along and helping everybody boogie along, and survival like taking some shortcuts. So, who would like to go first in this skill challenge? Or do you want to just draw initiative for it? I have no preference. I would say draw initiative if you have no idea who should go.
I think that Olivia should go last because you are the sneakiest, and as a last ditch, just getting off the road and hiding with advantage on a stealth roll will help us the most.
All right, so Kirith, what skill are you using to escape not Kirith, Grimlock. Which skill are you using to escape the bugbears that now appear to be chasing you?
Can I do maybe just like a raw strength check to like move debris in like on the path?
That would be an athletics check. So if you aren't skilled in athletics, that's the same as a raw strength check. You don't have to use a skill you're good at. So yeah, you're basically throwing stuff behind you as you travel to slow them down.
If there's like a fallen log, just kind of like.
Okay, so you're creating obstacles kind of to slow them down. Okay, roll your strength check.
Okay, and
you can take one of the 3 advantages if you'd like.
Okay, I have a good bonus for that, so I think I'll save it.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
24.
24, and that's not a natural 20 on the dice.
Nope.
Sorry. Okay, so as you travel along, you find a few like very narrow places where you're able to throw a bunch of boulders in the way or knock over some trees. It's going to take them some time to catch up.
Cool.
So, Kirith. Athletics has been used.
As we kind of head out of the valley.
Yeah.
And we know that we're getting closer to like where the roads meet up.
Yeah.
Cut off the road. I'll roll survival to like cut over land and try to get some more distance as opposed to just following the road.
Taking some
pathfinding.
Shortcuts. Yeah. Okay.
And I also will not use one of the advantages.
Okay.
Because this is a pretty good roll. Ooh, but that's only a 12.
12? Okay. So you try to head off the road a little bit, but you find yourself heading into a dead end. So you end up losing some ground and you hear them getting closer.
Okay.
As you're now at the main road, every once in a while you are seeing some of the hobgoblin patrols. Olivia?
I'm going to ask Vari how to say like they're not this way or something like that, and I'd like to use deception and my actor trait where I can mimic and I get advantage when trying to pretend to be somebody else because of my feat actor.
Okay, so are you staying behind so that you can trick some bugbears, or?
I'm planning on yelling it out, like a hunting party might be like, none this way or this way all clear.
Okay.
And I'd like to use Vari to help me.
Sure. So he can give you the phrase so that you can sound like a bugbear as you do it. So Vari gives you the words, and then you can translate it into a bugbear voice. This is because you have the actor feat. Otherwise, you couldn't make his words in someone else's voice.
So do I get the advantage from actor?
Not
I
the
would
normal
have to
advantage.
use.
Yeah.
And it's a deception.
Yeah.
I'll take one of the advantages we have. which is good because I just rolled a 2 and a natural 20.
Natural 20.
So
Okay,
that's total 27.
You guys are heading along, and there is a group that is coming up very fast. And not only are there bugbears, there are these big green, like, lizard dogs that look almost like wingless dragons. And they get real close, and you call out sounding like a bugbear, and they repeat it, and they're yelling it back to the others.
Yeah.
So you manage to make some serious headway. So, Grimlock, you now cannot use athletics or deception.
Is survival discounted as well?
No,
Or,
it's because
if
the
it's a
person
failure?
before him
Oh,
didn't.
okay. I thought it was just.
No, it's because
it's
he
been
can't
used at
use the
all.
one that he last used or
Right.
the one the person before
Got
him
it.
used.
Could I use acrobatics to guide the party over like a, like a narrow
You find a treacherous area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to guide them through?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I think I'm not going to use it. Ugh, 13.
13. So as you're heading through there, Vari falls into the water, and you need to spend some time
Okay.
pulling him up.
Can I use inspiration to try to get an attack of opportunity to catch him?
No.
Okay.
You lose him for a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And we only needed
You,
two more. We only need one more success,
You
right?
need 2 more successes, and you have 1
Two more?
failure left.
Okay.
And you have 2 advantages left.
Okay. There's no point in not using the advantages
Yeah.
if we have two. If we only have 2.
Yeah. So you can't use acrobatics or survival.
Okay. I am not good at much other than survival. Perception isn't. I can't think of anything. Medicine, insight, animal handling. Ooh. I do still have like rations and things. Could I use animal handling to try to like throw some food to like knock the scent off of their mounts?
Yeah.
The lizard things?
Yeah. They aren't riding them. They have them like
Oh, okay.
bloodhounds.
Oh, sick. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll kill some rations and use advantage and
Sure.
animal handling. Natural 20.
All right. So you get right near the gate, and something you realize as you've been going along, it looks like the bugbears have not informed the hobgoblins. Every time you find hobgoblin patrols, they're doing their regular things. The bugbears are avoiding the road. So you are back at the custom gates, and you can either cross through by going through customs, or you can sneak around. But the bugbears, you've got them off your trail.
If the
You've won the skill challenge. So now the question is, do you exit through customs or do you sneak out?
I would like to properly exit.
if the hobgoblins are still acting normally, then that means word probably has not reached them, even if Stohn was talking directly to their boss.
Mm-hmm.
Or it hasn't reached the patrols. I don't know if it will have reached these guards, if all of that is true.
And you guys have been basically jogging for 4 hours to get back here.
Right. So sneaking by would be another bigger exertion. The only way I'm comfortable with going through the gates is if we have an escape plan. Like, you can do the talking. We aren't, but the gates also weren't very far from the waters, right?
Yeah, the gates are 100 feet from the shores.
Okay. If we can get to the gates, I think between you and I think between a lot of us, we have enough firepower, enough tricks to at least gain distance.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're not ready to spring on us as soon as we approach.
If you give me the hammer, I could threaten to break it if they get you guys. Like, I'm pretty squirrely. I can get away pretty easy.
Do they all know about the hammer?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to reveal that we have it.
Good point.
No, the hobgoblins are super efficient, though. Like, if they were looking for us, they would have informed patrols. I think you're right, Olivia.
Mm-hmm. I think this, too. That if they decide, like, oh, we're going to wait and we're going to hold you, it's just as bad as if we try right now, as exhausted as we are, to sneak and get caught.
You're right. You're right.
So,
okay.
I
The
know.
closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm.
So, yeah, let's walk on through. I go and...
Yep.
So when you get to the gate, the guard says to you, Bada banca?
I hand the papers, and I also hand... I hold out 30 copper, because that's what they had us pay to come in.
So he kind of looks at the copper and he goes, Bat sambandan?
Do you speak common?
Yeah, what's that for?
Do we have to do it again to leave?
No, if you're done your business, I can just sign you out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we had to pay again to leave.
No. Oh, you've been over at the Bugbear camp.
Yeah, I pull out the piece of bark. Somebody named Bosch made me buy this to walk through the forest.
Bosch is a jerk who stole your money.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds
And
right.
so he takes this and he puts it against the wall and he pulls out of his belt pouch a little stamp that he undoes and there's ink. Stamps it.
We're just bureaucrats with swords.
And he says, do you need a receipt?
Yep.
Okay. So he sets that down. He pulls from a scroll case another thing and he says, and he's got the other guy holding the paper. He copies all your names onto it. So that was, wow, there and back in what? It's like 11 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't.
We like efficiency.
Yeah. Good work.
Thank you.
Hands you your receipt.
Thank you.
And head on through.
Head down the rocky beach and just try not to run. Get to like the edge of the torrent of water and pull out my flutes and play my little river song again.
Okay. And as you play it, the water calms down and a log floats up.
Just like wait while everybody gets on and then
Okay.
think away.
Yeah, so you're going against the current on this log, heading back the way you want to go. Mm-hmm. As you're heading along, Nalia turns to Kirith in Elvish and goes, so should we throw Vari in here?
He lied a lot, but he did his part.
I mean, we don't need him anymore.
You can just let him off on his side of the river.
Well, he'll probably tell Jenny to try and win favor with her.
Jenny knows that the servants of the Court of Stone Lilies have the hammer. She might just come back and give the fucking seeds back.
Yeah, okay. So...
Meanwhile, we're just sitting here speaking in Elven in front of you guys.
I also speak Elvish because my teacher was a drow.
Oh, right.
I just don't. I try not to look like I'm understanding them.
Yeah.
While this whole time,
I'm going to be like pretending that I understand the conversation.
Nalia and I are being all conspiratorial and like...
Putting on the show for the guards of like, yeah, we're just weird foreigners. We just speak that language.
Oh, no, we're already on the log back. We're on the river.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that we had like made it very far.
Oh yeah, no.
the river.
When you're on the river, you're feeling pretty safe, considering the way the river had treated the hobgoblin docks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, their guards weren't near the river.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Vari, want to go home?
Back to Forestburg, sure.
Oh, no, you can go back to Jenny if you want. Go make your bitter butter.
Okay.
On one condition. Like, you helped. You did a good job.
Thank you.
If you want to come to... I don't know how well you'll get along in the material plane. I assume you want to go make bitter butter, though.
Yeah, I think Vari is better to help Bitterbutter.
As long as you tell Jenny that Stohn's hammer is at the Court of Stone Lilies.
You want a meeting?
No, I don't want to meet Jenny.
Okay.
I just want her to know that.
Okay. So it's a secret Vari found out as a spy?
Yeah, she might even reward you.
Okay, because if you want a message, I take a message. If you want me to be a spy, I'll be a spy.
I mean, what do you guys think? If Jenny knows, she might offer to give the seeds back, or we can leave the ball in.
If you want Jenny to come meet you in hours,
or we can leave the ball in. I mean, I assume a Fey nobleman is going to not accept. Like, you can trade this to Jenny. He's going to want us to actually get the seeds back.
So Nalia nods. Yeah, our job is to get the seeds, not to
give him a tool to get the seeds.
Yes.
Okay.
But to get her, we'd be safer if she has to come to the Court of Stone Lilies, or
That's
at least
true.
to the edge of
or
the Borsey
yeah, we
March.
could meet her at the Borsey March
Um.
to make a deal for the hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can write a note.
Yeah, that would probably be safer than relying on Vari's memory. Great. Yeah, and you can go home
Okay.
and make
Give
all the
Vari a note.
and make all the bitter butter you want.
Pin it to his shirt.
Vari has been a good boy on adventure today. He did tell some lies. Like, write him a little school report.
Bring the stone seeds to the meeting or no deal.
Yep.
We are not going to get them. We are not waiting for her to go and get them.
I get all the details about how to. Yeah, so we say you must bring all of the stolen stone seeds in order to get your hammer back. No, there will be no fighting. There will be no tricking.
And Vari, I'll even pull the hammer out, and Vari, you see the hammer. You know it's with us. You know we have it, and we got it from Stohn.
Yeah.
Good.
Vari was there. Vari helped.
Okay. Well,
Vari helped get the hammer from Stohn, sure.
Vari's a good friend to Forsberg.
oh, God.
Something like that.
Forsberg can have smooth butter.
Oh, nice.
Good.
That's what they like.
How does
All right.
How does Vari feel about cherry boots?
So you see him, his eyes go big, and he's like, you know Cherry Boots?
And Reginald.
I pull out a giant owl feather.
So he looks like he's about to cry.
You just showed him that we're friends with the literal boogeyman of bitter butter.
So you'll be a good boy and do everything we told you to do? Mm-hmm. I put Reginald's feather that Cherry Boots gave us away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kirith has to die for a bit.
Kira thinks that's just as funny as I do.
Yes. Kirith nearly falls off the log laughing.
Okay.
So you take Vari back to the shore because, again, you're heading up the river between the Hobgoblin Lands and Jenny's. So
Going around the orchard.
Yeah. So you just put him to shore with the note, and he cannot run away from you fast enough at this point.
And goblins can dash as a bonus action, right? So he's really giving
He's
her.
really going. Yeah. And as you're heading back, Nalia goes, oh, so you know Cherry Boots?
Yeah, yep. We owe her...
No,
we paid
because you
her
gave
in
her
a-
a jam sack.
Oh, yeah, we gave her a sack of jam.
Yeah, she's a member of the court.
Oh, cool.
That was awesome.
A knight of the court, I assume.
Yeah. She's the knight of the prime material plane. She's the warden of the borderland.
Yeah, that sounds right.
She's the one who told us about the bitter butter goblins.
Yep.
Yeah.
That feels like months ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, from what you guys have been saying, could be when we get back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little...
Oh, man. Your parents might be worried. It could also just have been a minute.
Let's hope it's that way.
Parents are probably worried as hell.
How big is the Feywild?
As big as everything.
So someone could feasibly have disappeared without a trace into the Feywild.
I mean, I understand that a lot of the people who come here from the prime material plane, that's how it... I mean, your Balanthe disappeared without a trace, right?
I mean, pretty much.
That's often what happens when people move here.
Is there a way to find people here?
Yeah, there's lots of ways. You can ask around, you can scry, you can... Are you looking for someone?
Maybe. I don't know.
Does scrying work the same as... Like, I assume scrying, as long as you're in the Feywild, you can scry for people in the Feywild?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to do that, but maybe if I learn.
Yeah.
Now I really need to go find Immerse.
I mean, there's also, from my understanding, many other planes, but the Feywild seems to be one of the closer ones to ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prime material its main reflections are the Feywild and the Shadowfell.
One of those sounds more pleasant.
Yeah, this is the much nicer place.
Do you know anything about the hammer?
Oh, yeah.
Should we identify it?
Yeah, I'll need 10 minutes. And
Yeah. I mean, we can do that once we're back. You can figure it out.
Yeah, it's probably a lot easier to do there than here.
I mean, it's a little shaky on the logs, so...
On the log.
Not that we don't appreciate the Log River King. Thank you.
I play his song again for him.
Yeah. So yeah, the log takes you right back, and then you reach the edge of the pool where the lilies are, and that's no longer the river, so the log is no longer self-propelled.
We need to whistle for
Yeah, one of the
Nymph.
naiads comes kicking up and says, "You want to push back to the court?" And Nalia hands over some candy.
Thank you, Nalia.
I mean, you have metal coins, I have saltwater taffy.
yeah.
And yeah, you reach the edge. Thinking things through, we are probably about time, so we can do the trade with Jenny and examining the hammer when we play next time.
Okay.
But I want to know now.
Well, we could play a little further if you want.
We could do just the examining the hammer.
I want to know what this hammer is.
Okay.
Returning to the court.
So yeah, you head back through the town of the court, over the bridges. It is early morning above the water, so sunset below it. And you head back to to Nalia's home. Those of you, well, all of you are feeling really, really tired. Those of you who sleep really want to sleep. But when you get inside, Nalia leads you into a room you haven't been in before, where it is about 40 feet tall, and it is floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. But the bookshelves are not built on right angles. They are squiggling up the walls because this is the Feywild.
Yeah.
And there is a low desk in the middle with cushions around it and a bunch of papers. And Nalia puts the hammer down in the middle of the floor, and she heads to the desk and she pulls out a pearl on the end of a small chain, and she starts swinging it over the hammer. And she is muttering, and there is a sort of purplish energy rising from the hammer up into this swinging pearl. And when the pearl finally comes to a stop, Nalia opens her eyes, and it is glowing with the same purple energy. And she says, This hammer is used to hatch the egg of a Jabberwock. If you hit the egg of a Jabberwock 3 times with this hammer, the creature will be born and will be bound to the person who hatched the egg. And then she blinks and her eyes are, I would say normal, but it's that pool of blackness and stars that are her normal eyes.
That are her regular creepy eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just different creepy now.
Nalia, what's a Jabberwock?
It's kind of like a wingless dragon with multiple heads, and when you cut off one head, it grows another head. And the only way to cut off a head so it stays cut off is if you can get a Vorpal sword. But the last person I heard of with a Vorpal sword was Raiden Odell.
Are you aware of... I don't know how your magic works. You heard everything that you just said to us about the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a little dangerous to give this to Jenny, hey?
Probably a little bit, yes.
I mean, like, why would she want it if she didn't know where a Jabberwock egg was?
I assume she does. But Jenny has always been dangerous. We just want our seeds back.
You seem surprisingly not concerned.
I'm not concerned.
I mean, judging by how much power the Archduke of the Fae here has, Jenny, even with that, is probably not going to be able to harm his lands. But
She might, but there's always something that can harm the lands. But I don't think a Jabberwock can swim.
I guess you said it doesn't have wings. I think we should consider the option of... I mean, the trade is still an option. If that's... Like, Nalia seems pretty smart if she's not concerned about a Jabberwock.
But she has a pretty big smile on her face that says, "What, you wanna show her the hammer and then jump her?"
She's gonna come full force. She's gonna bring her trolls and her beasts and everything.
That is true.
That said, if we're prepared for a fight, we might be able to.
I mean, the thing is, we could be talking about declaring war.
In what? Like Jenny has a...
If she shows up with her full force and we attack her with everything we can muster, then she might be thinking of sending the Jabberwock to us after that.
And there's always the chance that we lose.
We could always make it I mean, who knows if she'll stand by it, but it's usually hags stay true to the word in their bargains. They're usually mystically bound by it. So if we tell her she's not allowed to attack the Court of Stone Lilies with the Jabberwock,
that doesn't stop her from trying to get to the material plane with it and coming after us.
I mean, how do you stop her from coming to a whole plane?
That's true. I get that Vorpal blade.
I mean, I tried to get it and it didn't work.
Now that I know that Val is safe, I can go back to hunting him down, though.
Yeah?
Speaking of, is she napping or?
I mean, she usually sleeps for like 9 hours every night, so she's probably still asleep.
Right?
It's so long. What do you people need in bed that much?
Absolutely nothing. That's the point.
Nothing. Do you know how rad it is to just do nothing?
Like, it looks so boring.
We dream.
Oh, we don't all dream. I cease existing for roughly 10 hours.
I stare into the infinite void.
And it stares back into me. I mean, that sounds like meditation. Just, I do it for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do like some rituals for a couple.
Why do you stop so early?
There's stuff to do.
I only need 4 hours of rest.
Then I read.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, if you have to watch someone sleep, you can watch them sleep, but that gets old fast.
And then people wonder why I wander off for hours or days at a time. Well, you're spending a third of the day asleep.
It's too long. It is too long to spend just staying in bed with your eyes closed. But don't poke me. That's inappropriate.
Right?
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm. I am longing for that lying still with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can figure out what to do with the hammer later. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of like
Hey.
teetering in place this whole conversation, just trying to stay awake.
Yeah, I think the exhaustion is getting to me. I'll go sit down for a few hours.
okay.
And for the first time in like probably days at this point, take my armor off.
Yeah, I
Kirith
think
is gross.
I think Olivia will save the bath for the morning. She's pretty.
I mean, it's the
Tuckered.
morning now. You've been up all night.
Yeah,
This is like getting home at 6 a.m.
yeah. I've got to sleep. I'm not bathing right now.
All right, let's call it there.
Cool.